Chosen one. You did not arrive here by accident or by curiosity. You were summoned by divine timing. In this exact moment, heaven aligned your steps, your attention, and your spirit because something weighty is unfolding. Anointed one. You are standing at the edge of a supernatural transfer, a shift that has been prepared long before you noticed the signs. Scripture says, wealth is laid up for the righteous, and today that word is breathing again. What is coming is not random, it is appointed. Stay present, stay open. Your faith is about to be tested and rewarded. Do not rush this moment. I need you to hear this with your spirit, not just your ears. What is unfolding right now is not coincidence, and it is not hype. There are moments in life where heaven leans in, where timing tightens, and where a decision carries weight far beyond what the natural eye can see. This is one of those moments. You feel the urgency because your spirit recognizes it. Something has been set in motion, and you were meant to be present for it. Anointed one. There are seasons where God speaks softly, and there are seasons where He interrupts. This is an interruption. You were not meant to scroll past this. You were not meant to delay. You were meant to pause because heaven is aligning resources, people, and opportunity in a way that does not repeat often. This is not about chasing money. This is about alignment. When alignment happens, provision follows. Always. I want to speak to you honestly from experience, not theory. There have been times in my own life when I was exhausted doing everything I knew to do, praying quietly, not telling anyone how close I was to giving up. And it was always right before breakthrough that pressure intensified. Right before help arrived, doubt grew louder. That is how you know something real is near. Resistance shows up when movement is imminent. Chosen one. The warning you feel is not fear. It is discernment. Heaven is saying, pay attention now. Do not dismiss what is being offered. There are doors that only stay open for a moment. There are transfers that require readiness, not perfection. You are not being tested on how worthy you are. You are being tested on whether you can recognize the moment when it arrives. This message is not just spiritual language, it is practical. Someone noticed you. Someone saw your consistency, your character, your integrity when no one was applauding. And more importantly, God saw it. Scripture reminds us that the blessing of the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow with it. That does not only speak of money, it speaks of timing, peace, and sustainability. What is coming will not break you. It will position you. Anointed one. I need you to understand this clearly. Heaven does not release provision without purpose. What is being set in motion is connected to what you are meant to steward next. That is why this moment feels weighty. That is why you feel both excitement and seriousness at the same time. You are stepping out of survival mode and into responsibility mode. That shift always feels unfamiliar. Do not underestimate how much your quiet endurance mattered. The nights you stayed up worried, the sacrifices you made that no one saw, the times you chose integrity over shortcuts, those moments were seeds. And seeds do not announce when they are about to break the ground. They just do. Suddenly. Chosen. One, stay with me. Do not skip ahead in your spirit. Do not rush to the outcome. There is understanding you need before the release makes sense. There is clarity coming that will help you receive without fear and without guilt. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time. Take a breath. Let your shoulders relax. You do not have to force this. You only have to remain present. In the next part, I am going to show you why this moment chose you and what heaven is asking you to do next, so you do not miss what has been prepared. chosen one. What you are feeling right now is not confusion, it is activation. When heaven begins to move things into place, the first thing that happens is awareness. You start noticing timing, you start sensing urgency without panic, you start feeling like something is lining up even if you cannot yet explain how. That is because your spirit is ahead of your circumstances. It sees what is coming before your hands can touch it. There are moments when God does not shout, but he compresses time. Everything feels closer, decisions feel heavier, silence feels louder. That is not pressure meant to crush you, it is gravity pulling you toward the next level. You are being drawn forward, not pushed. And the reason it feels intense is because delay is no longer allowed in this season. Anointed one. I want to ground this for you in real life. Think about the times you almost quit, not dramatically, quietly. You kept showing up, but your heart was tired. You prayed shorter prayers. You stopped explaining your dreams to people because they did not understand. You learned how to survive without applause. That version of you is the one heaven trusts, not the loud version, not the perfect version, the faithful one. This is why the help coming toward you is not random. God does not move resources toward chaos. He moves them toward stewardship. You have been prepared through pressure. You have been refined through waiting. You have learned restraint, discernment, and patience the hard way. That is why this transfer is safe in your hands. Chosen one. There is something important you need to hear. What is coming is not meant to save you from your life. It is meant to accelerate it. Some people ask for rescue when heaven is offering elevation, and elevation always requires a shift in mindset. You cannot carry old fears into new territory. You cannot treat provision like a miracle if you want to walk in multiplication. Miracles rescue, multiplication assigns responsibility. This is where many people get uncomfortable. They want the blessing but not the calling attached to it. They want relief but not alignment. But you are different. You have already been carrying weight without reward. That is why reward is now meeting you. There is a reason the timing feels exact. You are not receiving this when you are desperate, and you are not receiving it when you are complacent. You are receiving it when you are ready to move, when your heart is soft but your spine is strong, when you are humble enough to listen and bold enough to act. That is divine timing. Anointed one. I need to say this clearly. Do not let fear disguise itself as wisdom right now. Overthinking has stolen more blessings than disobedience ever has. Discernment is calm, fear is loud. Discernment invites clarity, fear invites delay. Pay attention to which voice is speaking to you in this moment. When God shifts your season, he often sends confirmation through people you did not expect, through doors you did not knock on, through opportunities that feel too precise to be coincidence. That is because he wants you to know it is him. So you stop striving, so you stop proving, so you start receiving. You are not being tested on belief alone. You are being tested on trust. Trust that you do not have to manipulate the outcome. Trust that you do not have to rush ahead. Trust that obedience will meet provision exactly where you are. There is an ancient principle that still applies. When preparation meets opportunity, increase follows. You have been in preparation longer than you think. The nights you cried, the boundaries you learned to set, the moments you chose growth over comfort. All of that counted. Chosen one, stay present. Something is about to become very clear to you, not just about money, but about direction, about why your path looked the way it did, about why certain doors closed when you begged them to stay open. You are about to see that nothing was wasted. Do not rush ahead. Do not disconnect now. The next thing you are about to hear will help you receive what is coming with peace instead of anxiety and confidence instead of doubt. Chosen one. There is a sacred moment that happens right before everything changes. It is quiet on the outside, but loud within. You feel a pull you cannot explain, a knowing that does not come from logic. This is that moment. What you are sensing is not imagination. It is alignment. When heaven prepares to move something into your life, it first adjusts your awareness so you do not mishandle what is coming. Anointed one, understand this clearly. Heaven does not rush, but when the timing arrives, it moves with precision. What is unfolding now has been arranged long before you noticed the signs. You were being positioned even when you thought you were being delayed. You were being protected even when it felt like rejection. Some doors did not open because you were meant to walk through a different one with strength, not desperation. I want to speak to you as someone who has lived through seasons of almost breaking through, almost giving up, almost settling. Those seasons are uncomfortable because they stretch your faith without rewarding it immediately. But that stretch builds capacity, and capacity determines what you can hold when the blessing arrives. You are not receiving because you asked louder than others. You are receiving because you endured longer than most. Chosen one. There is a reason this moment carries urgency, not panic urgency. Panic says you will lose everything if you hesitate. Urgency says, do not miss what has arrived. Heaven is not threatening you. Heaven is inviting you to pay attention. Some opportunities do not knock twice, not because God is harsh, but because timing is sacred. This is not about chasing wealth. Wealth is a tool. It magnifies what already exists in the heart. That is why God waits. That is why He refines. That is why He allows silence before release. You have been shaped in ways you did not ask for, but now understand. You learned restraint. You learned empathy. You learned how to stand alone without bitterness. That matters. Anointed one, hear this. What is being transferred is not just financial. It is authority, confidence, clarity, momentum. Money is simply the visible sign of an invisible shift. The real change is happening inside you. Your tolerance for chaos is dropping. Your hunger for purpose is rising. You are no longer impressed by noise. You want alignment. There were moments you questioned yourself, wondered if you waited too long, wondered if you missed your chance. Those thoughts were never truth. They were pressure. Pressure always tries to convince you that timing has passed. But divine timing does not expire. It activates. There is something important you must guard in this season, your focus. Not everyone deserves access to what God is about to do through you. Some people will misunderstand your growth. Some will question your sudden movement. You do not owe explanations. You owe obedience. You may notice that certain conversations no longer fit. Certain habits feel heavy. Certain environments feel loud. That is not pride. That is alignment. When your season changes, your tolerance changes with it. Do not fight that. Honor it. Chosen one, do not let guilt follow blessing. You did not take from anyone. You did not cheat the system. You did not bypass the process. You paid in patience. You paid in tears. You paid in perseverance. Now it is time to receive without apology. There is a scripture that says promotion does not come from the east or the west, but from God alone. That truth carries weight here. This moment did not come because someone liked you. It came because heaven approved you. That approval was earned through consistency when no one was watching. You are not stepping into chaos. You are stepping into order. What comes next will require wisdom, not fear. Stillness, not rushing. Gratitude, not anxiety. You do not need to announce every move. You need to discern each step. I want you to notice something. You are still here, still listening, still present. That alone tells you something. Your spirit recognizes this moment as significant. You are not chasing excitement. You are responding to resonance. Anointed One, the shift is already happening, not tomorrow, not someday, now. And the reason this message reached you at this exact point in your life is because you are finally ready to receive without self-sabotage. Stay with this. Let it settle. There is clarity coming that will help you understand not just what is arriving, but how to walk forward without fear. What comes next will not overwhelm you, it will confirm you. Chosen One, there is a moment when the noise fades and truth rises. This is that moment. What is unfolding around you is not dramatic on the surface, but it is decisive in the spirit. Heaven does not always announce transitions with thunder. Sometimes it marks them with clarity. You begin to see what no longer fits. You begin to feel peace about what once scared you. That is how you know you have crossed a threshold. Anointed One, I need you to understand this without fear. The reason things feel accelerated is because delay has already done its work. You learned what you needed to learn in the waiting. You developed discernment in the silence. You learned how to move without validation. Now heaven is not asking you to wait longer. It is asking you to move wisely. There is a difference between rushing and responding. Rushing comes from insecurity. Responding comes from alignment. What is being asked of you now is response. Response to opportunity, response to clarity, response to the quiet nudge that says, "This is the way, walk in it." I want to speak plainly. When resources shift towards someone, it is not because they are perfect. It is because they are prepared. Prepared people know how to pause before reacting. They know how to listen before deciding. They know how to steward what arrives instead of celebrating it too loudly. You are being trusted, not just helped. Chosen One, you may notice that your instincts are sharper lately. You sense when to speak and when to stay silent. You notice subtle changes in people and situations. That is not imagination. That is maturity. That is the fruit of what you survived. Pain sharpened you, but it did not harden you. That balance is rare. There is something else happening that you must not ignore. Old fears are trying to reintroduce themselves. Thoughts like, what if this goes wrong? Or what if I mess this up? That is not intuition. That is residue. Residue from a season where you had to guard yourself constantly. You are not in that season anymore. Anointed One, receive this truth. You are not being thrown into something you cannot handle. You are being invited into something you have quietly grown into. The reason it feels unfamiliar is because you have never stood here before. New ground always feels unstable at first, even when it is solid. I remember a time in my own life when I hesitated right at the door of change. Not because I did not want it, but because I was afraid of losing what little stability I had built. But what I learned is this: God does not replace stability with chaos. He replaces fragile stability with lasting structure, and structure takes faith to step into. Chosen One, What is being transferred is not meant to impress others. It is meant to position you to breathe again, position you to choose from strength instead of survival, position you to build instead of recover. That is why this moment feels heavier than excitement. It carries responsibility. There will be voices that question your movement. Some will call it luck. Others will call it coincidence. A few may even feel threatened by your growth. You do not need to defend what God has done. You need to protect it. Silence is often the safest place for something new to grow. Anointed One, do not rush to explain your blessings. Let consistency speak. Let wisdom lead. Let humility guard your heart. Pride invites leaks. Gratitude invites increase. There is also an internal shift you must honor. You are no longer meant to tolerate what drains you. This includes environments, habits, and even certain thought patterns. Alignment requires pruning, and pruning is not punishment. It is preparation for fruit. You may feel a subtle grief for what you are leaving behind, old versions of yourself, old ways of coping, old dreams that carried you through hard seasons. That grief is natural. Honor it, but do not let it anchor you. You are not abandoning who you were. You are completing that chapter. Chosen One. The clarity you are gaining right now will guide your next steps. You will not have to force doors open. You will recognize the ones that respond to you. Peace will become your compass. If something requires constant anxiety, it is not aligned. Stay grounded. Stay present. Do not jump ahead mentally. What is coming will reveal itself step by step, not all at once. That is intentional. Trust grows in stages. You are closer than you think. Not just to provision, but to understanding why your life unfolded the way it did. What comes next will not confuse you. It will confirm you. And when it does, you will know this moment mattered. A chosen one. There is a sacred responsibility that arrives with clarity. When heaven entrusts you with momentum, it also invites you into stewardship. This is where many misunderstand the nature of blessing. They think blessing is relief from effort. In truth, blessing is alignment with purpose. It does not remove action, it refines it. Anointed One, you are not being rushed, but you are being summoned to maturity. What is unfolding requires you to move with intention, not impulse. There will be moments when the opportunity feels immediate, and moments when patience will still be required. Both are holy. Discernment is knowing which one to apply without fear. I want to ground this in something real. Think about how you have handled pressure in the past. You adapted, you learned, you became resourceful. You did not always feel confident, but you stayed honest. That honesty shaped your character, and character is what heaven trusts with increase. Talent opens doors, but character determines how long they stay open. Chosen One, there is a quiet recalibration happening in your values. You are no longer impressed by shortcuts. You are no longer willing to trade peace for speed. You are beginning to choose depth over noise. That shift is not accidental. It is preparation. What is coming requires discernment more than excitement. Anointed One, you may notice that your circle is changing, not dramatically, subtly. Conversations feel different. Certain advice no longer lands. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. When your season changes, your counsel must change with it. Seek voices that speak truth without fear, not voices that amplify anxiety. There will be decisions ahead that test your trust, not trust in God, but trust in yourself. You will be tempted to second-guess your instincts because of past disappointments. Remember this, your instincts have matured. They are not reacting from wounds anymore. They are responding from wisdom, chosen one. This is also a season to release old narratives, stories you told yourself to survive, labels you accepted because you needed stability. Those narratives served a purpose, but they cannot follow you forward. You are not the version of yourself that needed them. Honor who you were, then let it go. I want to say something that may feel uncomfortable but is important. You are allowed to receive without guilt. You are allowed to experience ease without suspicion. Not everything good is a setup for loss. Sometimes it is simply alignment finally catching up with effort. Anointed One, notice how your body responds when you think about the future now. Less tightness, more openness. That is not coincidence. Peace often arrives before evidence. It is the signal that you are walking in step with timing. There is also a call to discipline in this season, not harshness. Focus. Where your attention goes, your momentum follows. Protect your mornings. Guard your thoughts. Choose rest intentionally. These are not small things. They are the foundations of sustainable increase. You may be tempted to announce what is happening before it fully settles. Resist that urge. What is sacred grows best in quiet. Let results speak. Let consistency testify. There is no rush to prove anything anymore. Chosen One, do not confuse humility with shrinking. Humility is confidence without noise. It is knowing who you are without demanding agreement. Walk in that. There will be moments ahead when things move quickly, when decisions stack, when opportunities overlap. In those moments, remember this. You are allowed to pause. Alignment does not panic. If something is meant for you, it will respect your peace. Anointed. One, heaven is not asking you to be fearless. It is asking you to be faithful. Faithfulness looks like showing up grounded, listening before reacting, choosing integrity when no one is watching. You are stepping into a season where your choices carry multiplied impact, not just for you, but for others connected to your obedience. That is why this moment matters, not because of what you gain, but because of what flows through you. Take a breath. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not unqualified. You are aligned. Stay present. The next realization will help you understand how to move forward without strain, without fear, and without returning to survival patterns. What is coming will meet you where you are steady, not where you are anxious. Chosen One. There comes a point when alignment stops feeling abstract and starts becoming practical. This is where you are now. The shift is no longer something you sense only in prayer or quiet moments. It is beginning to touch your decisions, your priorities, and the way you see yourself in the world. This is where faith becomes embodied, where belief turns into movement. Anointed One. What makes this season different from the ones before is not the size of what is coming, but the steadiness you carry as you approach it. You are not reaching from emptiness anymore. You are moving from wholeness. Even your questions sound different now. They are not desperate. They are discerning. There was a time when you would have rushed toward any open door out of fear that it might close. You no longer do that. You wait long enough to feel whether peace enters with the opportunity. That is wisdom. That is growth. That is how you know you are ready to steward what is being released. I want to speak honestly about something many do not say out loud. Increase reveals inner patterns. It exposes beliefs you did not know were still there. If you secretly believed you had to struggle to deserve good things, this season will challenge that. If you believed ease was suspicious, this season will correct it. God is not trying to confuse you. He is expanding your capacity to receive. Chosen. 1. Remember this: you are not being rewarded for suffering. You are being entrusted because you learned from it. Pain was not the goal. Maturity was. And maturity looks like calm movement, clear boundaries and choices rooted in truth rather than fear. You may notice moments where old habits try to resurface: overthinking, self-doubt, the urge to control outcomes. Do not condemn yourself for noticing them. Awareness is not failure. It is proof that you are no longer operating unconsciously. When those patterns arise, pause, breathe, choose differently. That is how new pathways are formed. Anointed One, there is a grace available now that was not accessible before. Not because God withheld it, but because you were still becoming. Grace meets readiness, and readiness is not perfection. It is honesty, humility, and willingness to listen. You are stepping into a rhythm where effort feels lighter because it is aligned. This does not mean there will be no work. It means the work will no longer drain you. It will energize you. That is the difference between striving and stewardship. There is also an invitation here to redefine success. Success is not how fast things move, but how deeply they last. It is not how visible your progress is, but how peaceful your heart remains while moving forward. This season is about sustainability, about building something that does not collapse under pressure. Chosen One, you're allowed to enjoy what God is doing without waiting for the other shoe to drop. Joy is not ignorance. It is trust. Trust that you are held. Trust that you are guided. Trust that you do not have to brace yourself for loss every time something good arrives. I want you to notice how your prayer life is changing. Less pleading, more listening, less bargaining, more gratitude. That is not spiritual fatigue. That is intimacy. You are learning how to rest in God, not just reach for Him. There will be moments when clarity arrives suddenly, insights about your path, about relationships, about direction. Write them down. Honor them. They are not random thoughts. They are guidance meeting readiness. Anointed One, guard your peace fiercely in this season. Not by isolating yourself, but by choosing wisely what you engage with. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every invitation deserves your energy. You are no longer in a season of proving. You are in a season of becoming. You may feel a growing desire to simplify, to declutter, to focus on what truly matters. That is not loss. That is refinement. The clearer your life becomes, the easier it is for blessing to flow through it. Chosen One, understand this clearly. What is being established now will affect more than your immediate circumstances. It will shape how you move for years to come. That is why patience is still required, even as momentum increases. Let things settle properly. Foundations matter. There is a quiet confidence forming in you, not arrogance, assurance, the kind that does not need applause, the kind that trusts timing, the kind that knows when to speak and when to wait. As you continue forward, remind yourself often that you are not alone in this. Guidance is available. Wisdom is near. You are being led step by step, not pushed from behind. Stay present. Stay grounded. The unfolding will continue not with chaos, but with clarity, and you will recognize each step as it arrives, because your spirit has already been prepared to walk it. Chosen One. There is a moment when everything you have been learning internally begins to express itself outwardly, not through words, but through posture, through how you move, through how you respond instead of react. This is where you are now. You are no longer waiting for confirmation. You are becoming the confirmation. Anointed One. What makes this season powerful is not the speed of change, but the stability beneath it. You're not being lifted into uncertainty, you're being anchored into purpose. That is why even as things shift, you feel more grounded than before. Peace is no longer something you chase, it is something you carry. There was a time when clarity felt fragile, when one setback could shake your confidence. That time has passed. You have been strengthened quietly, layer by layer. And now, when opportunity approaches, it meets someone steady, not someone scrambling. That difference matters. Chosen one. I want to address something subtle but important. As momentum builds, there may be moments when you feel undeserving. Not because you doubt God, but because you remember who you used to be. That is humility trying to protect you, but it does not need to turn into self-rejection. Growth does not erase your past, it redeems it. You did not arrive here by accident. Every delay taught you something essential. Every disappointment redirected you. Every quiet victory strengthened your discernment. You are not stepping into something foreign. You are stepping into what you have been prepared for, anointed one. This is also a season where discernment will save you time. Not every open door is yours. Not every opportunity is aligned. And you no longer need to say yes out of fear of missing out. What is meant for you will meet you with peace, not pressure. I want you to notice how your reactions have changed. You pause more, you listen longer, you choose carefully. That is wisdom in motion. That is evidence of maturity. Heaven trusts those who know how to pause before they act. There is a refining of your voice happening now, not just what you say, but how you say it. You're learning to speak with authority without aggression, with clarity without control. That is leadership. And leadership often begins before the title arrives. Chosen one. Understand this. When God elevates someone, He does not remove responsibility. He refines it. You are being invited into decisions that shape outcomes, not just moments. That is why your inner life matters more than ever. Guard it. You may feel an increasing desire to align your outer life with your inner truth, to make changes that reflect who you are becoming, not who you were. This may involve difficult choices, ending patterns, releasing expectations, simplifying commitments. These are not losses, they are acts of faith. Anointed one, you are allowed to trust your growth. You are allowed to believe that you have learned enough to move forward wisely. Doubt will try to convince you that you are still the person who struggled, but you are not. You are the person who survived and learned. There will be moments ahead when the pace increases, when things move quickly and require clear decisions. In those moments, return to stillness, not hesitation. Stillness. Alignment is maintained through calm awareness. Chosen one. You are stepping into a phase where your presence will speak before your words do, where your peace will influence rooms, where your choices will open doors for others. That is why humility remains essential, not to diminish yourself, but to keep your heart clear. You may notice that your definition of success is changing. Less about accumulation, more about impact, less about recognition, more about alignment. That shift is not accidental. It is preparation for stewardship at a higher level. Anointed one, stay attentive. Not anxious. Attentive. This season rewards awareness. The guidance you need will not always come loudly. Often it will come as a quiet knowing. Learn to trust that. You are not meant to carry this alone. Support will appear when needed. Wisdom will arrive when required. You do not have to force connections. Right relationships recognize alignment naturally. Stay present. What is unfolding is not a momentary breakthrough, it is a repositioning, and the clarity you are gaining now will guide you safely into what comes next, without fear, without rush, and without losing yourself along the way. Chosen one. This is where the journey settles into truth. Not the kind that shocks, but the kind that anchors. You're no longer being prepared. You're being entrusted. What has been forming quietly now stands ready to move with you, not ahead of you, not behind you, but in step. Anointed one, understand this clearly. The moment you feared you might miss has already recognized you. Timing did not slip past you. It aligned with you. That is why nothing feels forced. That is why peace remains even as anticipation rises. This is how divine confirmation feels when it arrives without chaos. You may notice that your confidence no longer needs reinforcement. You are not asking others to validate what you already know. You feel settled, grounded, awake. That is not arrogance. That is integration. Your inner life and outer movement are finally agreeing. Chosen one. This is also the moment where gratitude becomes your posture, not your reaction. You are not waiting for proof to be thankful. You are thankful because you recognize alignment before results. Gratitude keeps your hands open. It allows what is coming to land without resistance. There will be people who misunderstand your calm. They are used to urgency, not assurance. Let them misunderstand. You are not required to explain peace to those who have not felt it. Walk gently. Speak honestly. Let consistency reveal the truth. Anointed. One, remember this as you move forward. You are not stepping into abundance to escape your past. You are stepping into it to redeem it. Everything you endured now carries meaning. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Even the delays served you. You may feel a desire to mark this moment quietly, not with noise, but with intention, a private decision, a clear commitment, a line drawn in your spirit that says, I will no longer shrink, delay, or doubt what God has confirmed. That decision matters. Chosen one, the season ahead will require attentiveness, not striving. Direction will come step by step. Do not demand the entire map. Light is given for the next step, not the whole road. Trust that it will be enough. As you continue, choose integrity even when no one is watching. Choose rest without guilt. Choose courage without haste. These choices will compound. They will protect what is growing. Anointed one. Your life is not about to become louder. It is about to become clearer. And clarity attracts provision naturally. What belongs to you will recognize you without pursuit. Stay present. Stay aligned. Stay grateful. What has begun will complete its work. You are ready. You have always been ready. And now you are moving forward in peace. Receive this ending as a seal, not a conclusion, but a continuation. Walk steadily. Listen closely. Act faithfully. What unfolds next will meet you with clarity, provision, and purpose. You are carried, guided, and protected. This moment matters. This choice matters. Your future is opening now, gently, powerfully, and on time. Chosen one. As this sacred moment comes to rest, let your spirit remain open and still. What you have received was not information, it was activation. Heaven has already moved. The transfer is already in motion. You are not waiting for your breakthrough. You are standing inside your Kairos moment, the exact window heaven appointed for you. Anointed one, do not doubt what you felt stirring within you. That quiet certainty was confirmation. What God releases in alignment cannot be reversed by fear, delay, or confusion. Walk forward, knowing that provision, favor, and divine timing are now cooperating on your behalf. What was once heavy will begin to lift. What was once distant will draw near. I declare over you clarity where there was uncertainty, peace where there was pressure, and increase without sorrow. May wisdom guard what is coming into your hands, and gratitude keep your heart aligned with heaven. Remain faithful in the small movements. Remain humble in the new elevation. What is unfolding will speak for itself. Chosen one, carry this moment with reverence. Do not rush to explain it. Let it unfold. Let it manifest. Look ahead with expectancy, not anxiety. The same hand that opened this door will guide your steps through it. If your spirit agrees, seal this moment quietly. You may leave a simple comment of gratitude or remain still and receive. If you feel led, stay connected so you do not miss the next word appointed for your journey. But above all, stay aligned. Go forward in peace. Walk gently. Trust deeply. Heaven has marked this hour, and your future is responding now.